315 miles to drive.
We're still about an hour away from our state park campground here.
Well, I really hope we don't lose all of our water and show up dry.
Okay, we've arrived! He is in cactus heaven right now.
Good morning and welcome back there, everybody. We have a big day today. Sadly, we're leaving our Salton Sea spot here. It was beautiful camping with the palm trees, checking out what Joshua Tree a little bit, but we have a big road day today. We're heading to Arizona finally. 315 miles to drive. It's gonna be a whole lot of Interstate 8. We're gonna try and find a few impromptu pit stops on the way, so hopefully we find somewhere good. It's also gonna be finding a few tanks of gas on the way, towing our lovely 30-foot Jayco here, so find a gas station big enough. We're gonna do a bit more of a day in the life, driving the trailer, how it goes, because it's gonna be 5+ hours on the road. Chloe's been really cranky. And you know what? We share our life here sometimes, and sometimes we having a baby. She's teething a lot right now, so we do our best, but not every day is sunshines and rainbows. We do have a crying baby, and life happens sometimes. So a 5+ hour driving day after she was teething and fussy. She's already been a little cranky this morning, so maybe we'll have a cranky baby day, but it's life. We're hitting the road, off to Arizona. Let's do it. Good morning, buddy. How have you been doing on the drive? First rest stop of the day now. We've been on the road for almost 2 hours, so we're making good progress here. We're just outside of the Yuma area, and we found this really beautiful rest area at the Imperial Sand Dunes. A little noisy outside because we're in the middle of the highway. It services both sides of the highway as a rest area, but Chloe's awake. She had a huge nap. She napped for about an hour and a half of it, so far so good. We're gonna get her fed, have a snack ourselves, and then we're gonna keep on trucking. It looks like the gas, when you get just to the border of Arizona, on the California side, Alysha said it's $6.40 a gallon roughly. And then when we cross over into the Arizona side, it was around $4.50 or $4.60 a gallon. So completely different prices, way better. So we're gonna go fuel up there instead. So quick snack, and then we're back at it.
Back on the road, and a really random tip. If you ever want to have like a chill, relaxing, sunny day drive, put on vintage Hawaiian music on your Spotify playlist. It's actually like so random because this isn't Hawaii and we're not on vacation or anything like that, but it just has like a nice vibe to it, chill.
Date.
Are we gonna go on a date?
Date at Dateland with dates to drink and eat. Oh my.
Let's go on a date, Chloe.
Save the day.
We're going to Dateland. Yeah. Yay, date time.
So next up, Dateland Travel Center. We're getting gas for $4.99 a gallon, which might sound like a lot to some of you out there, but we were paying like $6, even $6.20, $6.30, I think even a few $6.40 maybe in California. So welcome to Arizona. Saw a sweet cactus right by the building there. One other thing I also wanted to mention as a Canadian RVing the USA here is every time I want to go and get gas, normally I would pay with my MasterCard at the pump. Here, no. They want you to put in your zip code into the gas pump. So every single time I fill up gas, I have to run inside and authorize a payment that way. Which honestly, these flies are getting in. Which honestly is kind of fun because I get to go interact with different people. I've met some really fun people. They can tell I have a Canadian accent. Can you guys tell we have Canadian accents? But that's kind of fun. But be aware, you can't just pay at the pump as a Canadian with your regular MasterCards, in my experience. Not a whole lot of parking here, so exit out to the road, loop around, park in the back, and then it's a date for those date smoothies and medjools and I don't know, all this southern stuff.
When we were staying at the Salton Sea, one of the things that we learned was that dates grow on palm trees. I had absolutely no idea where dates came from. I never thought about it, honestly. But in case you didn't know, there's palm trees, a variety called the date palm, where dates grow on the top, and I don't know, I guess there's a whole bunch of different varieties of dates. One of the more like popular, I think, is called the medjool date, which I read that they sell here and they make date shakes out of. So that's kind of why we're a little excited about Dateland, is because we had no idea. We just learned this. We want to go try dates. They sound good. Also, there's not a lot going on in this drive so far. It's just a lot of desert, straight land, so anything will get us excited at this point. Alien jerky, what are you doing here? Dates, 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 dates. There's dates everywhere.
Okay, so we got the date shake Alysha is holding. They also had cactus shakes. First taste.
Chloe wants some.
So there, I think it's good. She said it tastes like berries, so it must be a prickly pear fruit, I'm imagining, mixed into vanilla.
Let's see, date shake. It's too thick.
That's some real ice cream right there.
Definitely like caramelly. It almost just tastes like caramel, honestly. Wow, what a nice little date in Dateland. I may or may not have scratched our nice camera lens on the ground.
That's gonna hurt.
I'm trying to film that little date sequence.
It is a 5+ hour road time day again today. But the biggest thing I've noticed so far traveling in the travel trailer, traveling with Chloe and doing these big days, is that while you're traveling, honestly, a big day can sound like a stressful thing to get there in a good time. Or you can try and spin it, try it and just enjoy the journey along the way. Don't worry about how long. Like, we have a site booked so we can check in. As long as we're there by sundown, we can back in, no problem. And then we can take nice things on the way, enjoy the views, enjoy the dates, and all that good stuff. Oh, she's ready for nap time. But yeah, you can enjoy it so much more and just make it count.
Hopefully she falls asleep on the way to Picacho Peak. I think we're like 2 hours away still or something, so wish us luck. So we're still about an hour away from our state park campground here. But we're pulling over at this pilot truck stop gas station thing because I found on iOverlanders, the app that we used to find all of our like good boondocking spots and stuff when we were in Canada. They also show where you can get free water and free dump stations and everything like that as well. So I used the app. I found out that this was the closest water that we could get to our campsite.
Your destination will be on the right.
Awesome, thanks Google. Because the state park is, well, I think a lot of Arizona and maybe the southern states are having drought issues and water shortages. So they say on their website that you can't fill up your water tanks there and that you have to bring your water in. So again, this is the closest place that I could find to grab some free water. So we're gonna go and do that. We actually haven't even put any water in our tank since quite a few videos ago now when we had issues with our water situation. We never talked about it because it hasn't come up yet, but basically we just didn't turn the bypass valve on the water pump. We didn't realize that there was also a bypass valve there, not just on the hot water tank. So we have the water pump working now and water comes through our taps. We got it dewinterized. But the issue is that when we did fill up our tank just to like test it out, it all started pouring out of our, what's it called? Overfill tube?
Yeah, but on the bottom.
Yeah, because in our motorhome.
Side note, I'm gonna reverse here and I'm gonna try and, the water's in the corner of this weird spot. And I'm gonna reverse the trailer. Go show them how it's done.
Why though? Or why don't you just turn around and drive in?
You think?
The water tank is on that side anyways, isn't it? Or this side?
Yeah.
Anyways, wish Luke luck, I guess.
I'll turn around. I could've done
I know you could have done it, but
I could have done it.
Why do you need to do that is all I'm asking.
Because I'm cool. I'm a truck driver on the road.
Anyways, like I was saying, in our motorhome, we didn't have an overfill tube. It just had like, it was a gravity filled tank. Ours is a gravity filled tank as well. And there was just a little vent beside where you fill, and you know, it vented and you filled your tank, and when it was full, it would start gushing out the vent and you knew it was full. But with their trailer, they have tubes in the bottom, a tube that sticks out of the bottom of your trailer, and it goes up and into your freshwater tank so that when your freshwater tank is full, you know it's full because water will come out that tube that's sticking into the top of your freshwater tank. Does this make any sense? Anyways, our issue is that that tube, I think, is too low into our freshwater tank, because when we had filled up our tank, it all just came gushing out of that tube. We don't know if there was some type of vacuum or suction thing happening, or I don't know. We have to test it out because it makes no sense why it was all coming out. Anyways, long story short, I just hope all our water doesn't come gushing out of our tube.
Alysha's overflow valves are going, which means we're probably full. I'm gonna stop it here, and hopefully that stops as well, and we don't waste all of the water like last time. So I turned the water faucet off. It's still coming out pretty heavy. There could be a lot built up in these hoses that's getting there. Like we mentioned, we just get worried it gets caught in some kind of suctional feed right now, where it's basically siphoning itself out and it's gonna keep coming. Anyway, I think we're gonna get back on the road here though. We're full. There's no point sitting here watching the water bleed out and hoping it doesn't all leave. We might as well just drive, and fingers crossed to stop soon, but it is accumulating, so I really hope we don't lose all of our water and show up dry.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless.
We're pretty sure that that's Picacho Peak there, and the campground is just at the base of it. And also Google Maps says we're 9 minutes away, which
I see campers.
would make sense. You see campers?
I see campers. Look at them shining.
Oh my goodness. I see them too.
Start feeling hopeless, screamed out loud, because it felt impossible.
Okay, we've arrived. It's a back in sight, so let's see how we do. It looks like it'll be pretty dang easy to get in here. I'm just gonna set up the camera here, and Chloe's being really cranky, so I'm also gonna get her out and have her help us back in. Wow, it's so beautiful here. Okay, I'm gonna set this up. 1 second. So we just set up here, Luca unhooked, and I made a really quick dinner. Just another frozen meal that I just threw in the pan, because those are the easiest on big travel days, especially when we get here like right at dinner time. Chloe's really cranky wanting dinner. We're starting to get hangry, having to back in, and like those are really clutch. If you are having a big travel day, plan ahead an easy dinner for when you get in. Anyways, I just wanted to update you guys, show you how beautiful this site really is. Let me take you around. First of all, I just want to show you across the road here. Oh man, I'm sure Luke will tell you, but he is in cactus heaven right now. They're all around us, like way out there too, and down in there, and they're everywhere. So this is our site. Oh my gosh, the lighting is absolutely gorgeous right now too. This is like, when you think of Arizona, this is what comes to my mind at least. We've got our picnic table, fire pit, and then a little tent pad back there if you have a tent. We've got our view of, well, that's the interstate down there. That's what we were on when we saw this Picacho Peak in the distance. And then we're camping beside this cliff. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty too.
Oh, Mom's talking to them without us.
Look, it's beautiful.
We got our medjool dates to try still.
Yeah. When we got our date shakes in Dateland, we also got a bag of these medjool dates. Luke just picked them up and didn't look at the price before buying them. It was like $14.50 for that bag of dates, so they better be dang good.
It's a life experience. When in Dateland, you buy dates.
That's true. All right, let's give these dates a try, shall we? So they had like, I don't know how many, at least 10 different types of dates, different varieties that you could buy. We decided to go with the classic, traditional medjool.
Yeah, medjools are the fresh ones too, right, Alysha? Is that correct?
Well, they're all fresh. You can get them all fresh, but these are the biggest ones. And I can't get this bag open.
They're like the famous ones, right?
They're the famous ones. They're, I read about this a little bit somewhere. It said that these were reserved originally only for the really rich people because they're the biggest and the tastiest of the dates. They're supposed to taste like rich caramel and have like a really fancy type of flavor. So maybe that's why they were $14.
Maybe. And then the other ones were from like Argentina and some of Southeast Asia, I think. So the trees have been taken in from different parts of the world, and they just grow well in the Arizona climate because it's so warm, dry. I don't know, just the ideal conditions. But
yeah,
here we go.
Cheers.
Oh, good food.
They have the pits and stuff.
Not like anything I've ever had before, really.
No, it's a very weird texture.
Like maybe if you ate the texture of like beans, so it's like a bit gritty and slimy, but instead of tasting like beans, it does taste like caramel. And it's very sweet. They're very high in sugar.
Are figs and these the same thing? It tastes like a fig Newton, like the inside of a fig Newton. I'm gonna say it's good, but I wouldn't buy them again.
No, I would have spent $14, but for a unique road trip experience going through Dateland, then it's a must, I would say. Or at least the milkshake. Kind of like the milkshake.
Get the milkshake.
Okay, so for driving 315 miles today, or like 500 kilometers for your Canadian followers out there, we did pretty good. It took us a lot longer with pullovers, but again, if you can make the big days into fun days and like not worry about rushing to get to your site right away, then you can enjoy that day. You know you have somewhere to pull into that's going to be safe to back into and not like finding a boondocking road. Makes it easier. We enjoyed Dateland. It was a good time. It does also look like our water stayed in. It says 2/3 of a tank, so it's definitely not full. I'm hoping it's just under full. Backing in went pretty good here too. Pretty nice site. All these sites are pretty close to good 45-degree angles, so if you're new like me, a few tries and you should get it at least. It's not like you're doing any kind of 90-degree hard back-ins to small sites. We got some national parks to see from here. We got a really cool hike to do and a whole lot of fun things planned in the area of Arizona here, so that will still be coming at you. Otherwise, we're going to sign you off here. Thank you all for joining us today. We do enjoy having you along the vlogs. We enjoy sharing the beautiful USA with you from our Canadian perspective. And we'll see you in the next video there, friends. Have a good night, everybody.